Okay, so now we are going to learn how to tag a Docusign envelope. So you're going to go ahead and go to docusign.com and it'll bring you to this loading page. So from here, you can log into multiple accounts. If you were under login as a different user, if it was another agent, you click sign in as different user, come up here to the LastPass icon, and you'll see that we have a lot of matching sites. And these are all the different Docusign accounts that we have access to. Today we're just going to be in my account, so Dawn at newdawntc.com. You have to, because we switch back and forth in Docusign, you also need to go and make sure you select the right password. So again, you just hit this little LastPass icon and you scroll down, Dawn at New Dawn, you log in. And this will take you to the main landing page. All right, so you'll see here we've got documents, templates, reports all up here on the top. You have this dashboard here on the left, but today we are creating a new Docusign envelope. So we will click New, and we are going to send a document. So we will select Send a Document. All right, and here is where you can upload them. Okay, so there's a great thing. You can select Upload. You can go into Dropbox. You can go on your desktop. You can go wherever. You can select all of these and upload them at once, whatever you need. For today, we're going to need Pine Street, which is the bulk of the disclosures, and we need the water cert. The SPQ is already signed. And we're going to need the NHD report. What do we call it? There it is, Pine. So you can also sort by name. There we go. NHD report. So we are sending these to the sellers. It is the Quinn Family Trust. Trust can't sign the document, so we have to send them to the people. So it will be Jeffrey Quinn, Quinn, at Quinn's at Gmail. And we're just going to check that really quick. Oh, it's not working. Here we go. It's Jeff Quinn 50, which is not the email I was given, but we'll go ahead and copy it. Sometimes this is easier. You can just copy and paste into the program. So we're going to call him Jeffrey Quinn. We're going to add a recipient. He's married. We need Mary Quinn on there. I'm going to copy her address, paste it, Mary Quinn. We are going to add the agent. Since we are in My Docusign, we need to go ahead and add Robert onto here so that he can sign as well. We will put his name down there, add him up here, Robert Gabhart, Berkshire. Okay, so naming the Docusign. You want to make sure that you put the property address as the first line of your Docusign. This way when you get it back, you know where it belongs to. And I usually do 2 forward slashes and then what it is. So this is the seller's disclosures to sign, right? Okay, now I have templated messages for Docusign. So you go into Notes, go into Notes for Docusign, and we're actually going to change this just a little bit. We're going to put hello, Jeff and Mary, enclosed are documents for you to review and sign. Oh, went down too far. Scroll up to the top. Hello, Jeff and Mary. Enclosed are seller's disclosures for you to fill out and sign. So they signed the bulk of them, so it's really just the first 3 pages that will require them to answer any questions and sign. It's not going to be a yes box, and we're going to leave it as the rest are advisories for you to provide the buyer. Not all of them, only one person can answer the questions. This batch is set for Jeff. I need to change that, please let me know. So we don't give them advice on disclosures, but we can help them with the actual disclosure process. So I went ahead and they're all one giant document. We'll hit next. Anytime you see this field pop up, and you will see it every time that there is a natural hazard disclosure report because there is a signing field in there, we want to go ahead and not assign it. We're going to go ahead and keep the form data. It doesn't always work when you assign it, so we'll just keep the form data. And now here we need to put radio buttons. We're actually, I think, going to be able to, oh. No, we're not going to do radio buttons. We are going to, let me see. We can do radio buttons. All right, we'll get with that later. We're gonna do it the old-fashioned way for right now. Radio buttons will be something we need to learn. So we're gonna go ahead and go to checkbox. And what you can do here is checkbox, checkbox. So the only thing with the checkbox is it's not a required field. So they can answer it or not answer it, which we don't really know what the answer is. So then you go ahead and select them all, Command copy, it copies all 4, and now you could just paste and drag them down. And you can paste, and you just keep pasting. You may have to mess with them a little bit. The drawback is the screen kind of disappears. However, you just kind of guess, and then you can always move them. So we're just going to take this down. Move these guys a little bit. Paste. One more. Paste. Now, if I was able to send it out of Robert's Docusign, those would have been auto-populated. So now you just come here and you switch between sellers. So you have seller 1, seller 2, and agent. So anywhere you see their names, you're going to put a signing tag and you're going to stick it on there. So you just kind of, as you get more familiar with the forms, this becomes a faster process. We're representing the seller, so that's one of the things you need to remember. So we want to make sure that we're only putting them on seller tags and listing agent tags. And again, there's the listing agent right there. So we change the color. You come into here again. It doesn't really matter what order, or I don't have a hard and fast rule on what order you need to place these tags in. You want to make sure you get them pretty close to the lines. And I kind of offset my tags so that they, when there's not enough room, they don't stack on top of each other and make it difficult to see. This is a buyer form, so we're not signing that. And we're going to come in. But again, I just kind of do it based on who is already up there, and that is the tag I put on. It doesn't, like I said, it doesn't matter if you put Mary's tag first or if you put Jeffrey's tag first. They're all going to get on there. So here's another great thing you can do is you can take this, again, group them. So you highlight them all, Command C, it is now copied. So anywhere we see that the sellers have initials, we can just plop them in there. Which that trick works really good with buyer disclosures, because buyer disclosures, you're always having to do these. If this agent had his Docusign account set up, all of these tags would have auto-populated, which would have been super duper nice. But he doesn't, and I don't have time to find out what his new Docusign login is, if he even knows. So that's fine. Literally, you just go through, change your signer, grab your signatures. Everything on the left are the tags that you're grabbing, and what's showing up on the right is the format. Now, as you get to know these documents, you'll know what pages have signing tabs, what pages don't have signing tabs. Other than this one form, the statewide buyer and seller advisory, every other form will pretty much require initials at the bottom of every page and signatures on the last page. That's pretty standard for all of the California Association of Realtor forms, except for, this is the exception, is the statewide buyer and seller. Otherwise, you'll see initials on the first page. It's going to be a little wide, so you can ungroup them, move them a little closer together, and then signatures on the last page. This is pretty much the typical way that things go. So again, we're going to throw them on here. Have Robert sign, date. This is a similar form. So that's the other thing. The great thing about the color coding is when you start, you'll see if you're putting down the wrong tag. So the nice thing with the new system is that everybody's tags are color coded, and it doesn't change the signer if you get too close to somebody else, which is nice. All right. So, and then if their names were not here, if they weren't already populated, which you will see happen, we're doing a seller's side, so it's a little bit easier as far as we put the names in, so we know they're there. But if they were not there, the nice thing with this system is, you know, over here you can put name, company, title, text, check boxes. You've got, you know, a million things that you can do as far as putting people in and putting the print name with the text boxes. You can fill things in. So here we are at the water cert. We're going to have to go in and change the order. So what you can do here, because we don't know, we've never been to the property, we do not really want to fill these out. You can create a smaller text box and again select it, Command C, and now you can just paste this little box all over. So you can put it for each question, they can put in whatever they need to put in. So however many bathrooms, however many sinks, however many toilets, you're just going to stick them in here. There we go. This only requires one seller to sign, so I usually, unfortunately, default to the man because that is the way that it is. There we go. All right, and now we have the NHD report. So again, is just you're going to come in here and you're going to look for the signature page. Seller signs it, listing agent signs it, buyers sign it. Buyer's agent does not need to sign it. However, every brokerage wants the buyer's agent to sign it. So there you go. So we're going to kind of scroll fast through that. Can't remember if there's anything else. Nope. But we're going to go back because we want that water cert to be up at the front. Oh, I can't. Nope, there it is. Nope. Okay, so we're going to make the water cert first so that they can answer that, then they'll move on to the FLD and so on and so forth. So since we're sending it out of my Docusign, there's really nothing else we need to do. You can set the signing order, but in this case, they're all going to go to all three parties all at once. And then however they sign is how they sign, and we get it back when it's done. If you wanted, you could set a signing order, and you could change that around however you want. We don't need it on this. So we're going to go ahead and go next. It will show that the water cert now is going to be first, and then the rest of the items. And we're going to go ahead and click send. We are going to send that off, and that is how you would do a seller's Docusign where the listing agent's account is not set up, or if they don't have a Docusign account. And then it will show up here on our My Documents page. It'll also show on Waiting for Others. This is where all of our DocuSigns are out that we are either CC'd on, you will see move, or that we have sent. And that's it. Thanks for watching.